What's going on, guys? Thank you for tuning in. You are watching the Nomadic Chefs YouTube channel. In today's episode, wifey and I are coming to you from Iceland. We just landed in Iceland, in the Reykjavik, right? Reykjavik, which is the capital. We just landed at 6 o'clock in the morning, which would be 2 o'clock in the morning in the US. But we just arrived here and we have a camper van for the week that we're here. And we're gonna travel the country and we're gonna take you along with us. So stick around. Alright guys, so the first thing we are doing is picking up a camper van because we are traveling the entire country of Iceland in our camper van because we have plans to go check out a bunch of beautiful natural destinations such as waterfalls and mountains and possibly even some volcano eruptions if we're lucky enough, and definitely we're going to try to capture some of the northern lights on the island. But we are picking up our camper van first, and then we're gonna head out to the first camping area that we're gonna be at, okay? But we are renting a camper van from a company called Cozy Campers. They're right in, they're about 40 minutes outside the airport from Reykjavik. So, but if you guys have any questions about them, just leave your question in the comments and I'll be more than happy to answer them in regards to what to do and how to rent one of these camper vans. All right, guys, so let's go check out this country and experience what camping is like in Iceland. We picked up our camper van and Ladina has taken the responsibility of the captain position, so she's going to be the captain, leading this adventure. This is what the Class Cs look like in Iceland. I say I would call these Super B. I wouldn't even call them Class Cs, but in the US this would fall under Class C technically. I personally would call them Super Bs. Alright guys, so today one of the things we're gonna do is learn about how the Icelandics make bread. It's called geothermal baking. I'm sure some of you probably have seen it on different shows, but we're actually gonna see this in person. Let's check it out. Today, Ladina and I joined a group of tourists on a tour guide showing us how to make geothermal bread, which is a very common way of making bread here in Iceland. Now the recipe is pretty simple. It's just made from rye, flour, sugar. In some instances, you can use syrup to give it a little bit of sweetness, depending on which recipe you do. However, overall, the method of cooking it is pretty unique, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. So today, this gentleman right now is showing us how they dig up the ground, where geothermal activity is present, and the temperatures of these soil, they can go up to 95, 96, even sometimes to 100 degree Fahrenheit. Now, when they are mixing the flour and the dough, once it's complete, they transfer it to a pot that they dig into the ground and place overnight, and the next morning the geothermal activity, the heat from that essentially bakes the dough for you, and in the morning you'll have a nice, tasty, fluffy Icelandic bread. Alright guys, as you can see, we're pretty bundled up here in Iceland. We are here to celebrate our wedding anniversary and my birthday, which happens to be in September. And as you can see, September might not be the most ideal time to come here, because that's really when the summer ends here. However, these sites are so beautiful that I think for most people it's not a big deal if the weather is a little cold. But Ladina prepared for this really well, so she brought, as you can see, brought all the proper clothing so we can actually enjoy this trip. So right now we are at one of the Game of Thrones filming locations. For those of you that don't know what Game of Thrones is, which I would be surprised if you don't know, it's a really popular show on HBO that has a huge following, and a lot of the filming was done here in Iceland. Okay, and we are right now at one of the locations that was used to film a few of the episodes. So right now the first place we're going to check out is called Falls, which is a waterfall here in Iceland. Okay, it's absolutely gorgeous. Let's check it out.